their mistakes.
I think you would beat Tyson Fury.
100%. That's why I'm here.
Would you beat Joshua?
Of course. I was so close to beating Usyk, and they all got beaten twice by that guy.
I love it because for me, we're all together within everything. We're putting in blood, sweat, and tears together. I'm not just helping me, and we're not just helping them. We're helping each other get better, and I think that's the beauty of it. So seeing your teammates succeed, I love it.
New footage of Tyson Fury sparring kickboxing king Rico Verhoeven has sparked fresh buzz that the long-awaited Anthony Joshua showdown may finally be getting serious.
We came in as a sparring partner, and then after just keep showing up, we turned into to a training partner, and then slowly just becoming part of the team.
What did you learn from sparring with Tyson?
What I learned is that I got such a I became such a better kickboxer because of it, because it's just the all-round game. It made me so much better in everything. So I'm happy with that.
Meanwhile, Peter Fury appears frustrated about being left out of the discussions, but despite that, he still sees the fight as a true 50-50 matchup with very little separating both men.
Is it the same outcome as it was 5 years ago? Or is this a fight to see who's got what left?
I have no idea what they've got left, to be honest with you. Hopefully they're gonna fight and get on them. May the best man win it. Yeah. That's it. It's the one who comes with the right tactics that's going to win it.
Joshua's a lights out puncher. So Tyson's can be elusive depending on how he turns up. But is that how you sort of look and break it down?
I haven't broke it down because I'm not involved in it. It's just one of them.
No, I respect that. I've got to
when it comes on, I'll watch it.
Yep.
And like I said, may the best man win. One's got good attributes, another one's got good attributes, so I think it's evenly matched.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy for either one of them.
On one side, Alexander Usyk is helping Joshua prepare, while Fury is sparring Usyk's most recent opponent, and John Fury keeps building the narrative around Tyson's greatness.
The first time I got a niggle of how good he was in Franny's gym. I was training to fight Audley Harrison because he offered me big money in 2000. He said, "Dad, I want to spar. Sit there with McDonald's," I said, "and be quiet or you won't come again." He's eating this McDonald's, but he couldn't stop him. He said, "I want to spar with him." Well, Franny had 2 sons, but there was like 14, but there's only small. And he was done a bit with the schoolboys, and he got in with them. And I thought, you know what? Good God Almighty, he's got a fair idea, this kid. On the way home, I couldn't get him out of my head. Thought moves out of this kid, and he's only 10. The next thing, teenagers, 13, and Steve Egan's. And then when he got the amateur fights, he couldn't get a fight because he cancelled the junior ABs because he thought, well, us being travellers, we don't know our own age.
Reflecting on the early days, John insists Fury always stood out for his incredible stamina, saying Tyson was a massive presence with an engine that set him apart.
They thought he was about 20, but he was 15, but he was ploughing right through them. Do you know before he did his first fight, Tony, I had to produce his birth certificate. Do you want to see his birth paper? I said, there it is. August the 12th, 1988.
Jesus Christ.
Well, he was massive. He was 6'5".
But not everyone from Fury's past is backing him. Kizora believes AJ gets the job done and is boldly predicting a 4th-round knockout.
I believe he fights Tyson Fury. He'll beat Tyson Fury in 4 rounds. It's quite good that he's found somebody he can actually look up to, because for the last couple of years he was a slow thing, and then plus the strategy, what happened last year with our friends and his 2 best friends, he's found somebody who can actually push him to his limits and see what he can do. And so far what he's doing works for him, and he likes it. When you read him on boxing, I believe he fights Tyson Fury 4 rounds. He'll beat Tyson Fury in 4 rounds. Yeah, man, I'm happy that he's found a role model in somebody who's a family man. So now he can actually build his own family, find a wife and kids, and make do you understand? Because before he was hanging out with everybody was single, and so now he's hanging out with somebody who's got family, and all those Ukrainian boys are all married and got kids.
For Kizora, the matchup is far less competitive than many believe. He dismissed Fury's constant trash talk and suggested it comes from jealousy over the attention AJ continues to attract. Kizora argued that Joshua remains the bigger draw and expects that to show once they finally meet. While Fury keeps making headlines with his words, Derek is focused on what happens in the ring, confidently predicting that AJ would stop Fury inside 4 rounds in a dramatic finish.
Listen, Tyson gonna say whatever he wants to say. He's gonna talk so much crap. AJ's having a warm-up fight. He's been through a lot. You know, it's in Saudi because the war is down, so we are going to Saudi now for Riyadh season. So, listen, the problem with Tyson is just jealous. Because AJ would do more numbers, more viewers than he's done on his fight on Netflix. This is simple maths. You know, he's gonna come there, he's gonna talk crap. He can talk so much crap, but end of the day, I say this now, Tyson and AJ will knock him out in 4 rounds.
While many are making bold predictions, Dave Allen sees the fight as much harder to call. Rather than focusing on who is the better boxer, he believes the key question is who has more left in the tank at this stage of their careers. Allen admitted that the best version of Fury would beat the best version of AJ, which is why he leans toward Tyson. Still, he stopped short of making a confident prediction, suggesting there are too many unknowns surrounding both men right now.
Yeah, I've been saying all morning, I don't think it's the best fighter that'll win anymore. I think it's just the one that's got the most left. And that, I'd always... I think the best Fury is better than the best Joshua, so I picked Fury based on that, but I couldn't confidently pick at this stage.
Andy Ruiz Jr., who has shared the ring with Anthony Joshua, also weighed in on the possible Fury clash. He described it as a massive showdown and said the styles make it a fascinating matchup. Ruiz pointed out Fury's height, awkward movement, and unorthodox boxing as major problems for AJ. While he was not overly impressed with Joshua's recent performance, he still credited him for getting the job done. In the end, Ruiz leaned slightly toward Fury, saying the fight would depend on how well Joshua handles a moving, awkward opponent.
What do you think?
I think that's going to be an interesting fight. You know, I fought Anthony Joshua. I haven't fought Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has a weird style. He's tall. He fights tall, you know? Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of see Tyson Fury winning that fight. I wasn't too impressed with Anthony Joshua's last performance, but you know, he got the job done, and you know, move on to the next. I think maybe Tyson Fury might get it. You never know. Depends how awkward he is. If he boxes, Anthony hasn't fought anybody that boxes around and moves around, so we'll see about that.
Adding on, Gerald Miller also broke down the potential clash in his own blunt style. He called it a tough matchup, but explained that if Tyson Fury avoids getting hit clean, he believes Tyson can outbox Anthony Joshua. Miller argued that fighters with strong movement and footwork tend to give AJ serious problems by breaking his rhythm and frustrating him over time. Because of that, he leaned toward Fury in the matchup, saying Tyson's style would likely be too awkward and smart for Joshua to consistently handle across the rounds.
It's a tough one. If Tyson doesn't get hit flush, I think Tyson can outbox AJ. Because anybody who has good footwork beats AJ. They frustrate the shit out of him. In that fight, I would pick Tyson over AJ.
Adding a layer of criticism, Carl Froch questions the real value of a Fury versus Joshua fight. He admitted the commercial appeal is huge and that it could easily fill Wembley Stadium, but insisted the meaning inside the ring is gone. Froch pointed out that both fighters have already been beaten by Alexander Usyk and no longer hold world titles, which in his view takes away the stakes. He said fans will watch out of curiosity rather than excitement, and while he might tune in at home, he does not feel truly invested in the outcome.
Am I bothered? Are you bothered about seeing Tyson Fury take on Anthony Joshua for nothing but revenue? This fight doesn't mean anything. You've got two guys who have been beat by Usyk. Neither of them have got a world title. They're both sort of now has-beens. You're going to watch it, but you're not going to get excited. What's at stake when AJ fights Tyson Fury? If somebody loses, are you bothered? Are you gutted about the guy that's lost? If AJ fights Fury, commercially, it's massive. People are going to turn up for it. It might fill Wembley Stadium. Would I be at Wembley Stadium? No. I'll watch it at home, maybe.
As the heavyweight picture keeps shifting behind the scenes, Carl Froch also reacted to reports linking Tyson Fury with Zuffa and a potential move away from traditional boxing structures. He described Fury's situation as unusual, pointing to recent appearances at major combat sports events in America alongside high-profile promoters and political figures. Froch questioned what this means for a potential Anthony Joshua showdown, with uncertainty growing over whether it lands in the UK, Saudi Arabia, or the United States as negotiations continue to evolve.
Tyson Fury is signed. It looks like he's all but signed with Zuffa Boxing. I'm laughing because it's just mad. What does this mean for AJ Fury? The fight at the White House, the UFC fight at the White House at the weekend, Tyson Fury was flown in. He was there with Dana White, Donald Trump's big friend Dana White is, and Tyson's not been able to get into America for the last 5 years. He's now there, and he's all but officially announced that he's signed with Zuffa Boxing and Turki Al-Sheikh's going to be promoting him. So I don't know what this means for AJ Fury. Is this fight going to happen in the UK? Is it going to happen in Saudi? Is it going to happen in America?
Continuing the discussion, Frock added that major promoters like Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn will not be pleased with how things are unfolding, especially if outside forces are now influencing the fight. He suggested Dana White's involvement signals a major shift in direction, even if previously denied. While calling the situation chaotic and unpredictable, Frock still believes Fury is ending his career in dramatic fashion, with every move adding more attention and intrigue to the heavyweight landscape.
Frank Warren will be absolutely fuming, as will Eddie Hearn, because he said Dana White's got nothing to do with this fight. Well, it looks like he has now. So this is a developing story. This is just, as I've heard the news, I'm just putting it down there, but it's exciting. It's quite, I don't want to say it's comical, but it's really, really interesting. Tyson Fury is finishing his career with an absolute bang.
Building on the debate, Carl Frock believes Anthony Joshua could struggle against Tyson Fury over 12 rounds. He argues Fury would control the fight and win on points quite comfortably, while dismissing suggestions that Joshua could outpoint him. Frock also notes Tony Bellew may support AJ, but he remains firm in his view. He adds that both fighters are past their peak, yet suggests Fury is still more mentally committed. In contrast, he questions Joshua motivation, pointing to recent setbacks and a lack of hunger, even suggesting it could show during training camp and reflect in the fight if it happens.
I think AJ can beat him on points.
No, definitely not.
I think Tyson Fury wins on points quite comfortably. Sure, Tony Bellew will make a case for AJ, but I think AJ gets beat on points. Tyson Fury and gets outboxed. Past his best Fury, he's slowed down, but so is AJ. I don't think that he'll be in the right headspace. I don't really think he wants to box anymore. I don't know why he's doing it. He's made the money, he's had the titles, and he's had a couple of bad losses, and I don't know how or why he would want to come back from that just for financial gain. And I think he'll find out in the camp that actually this ain't for me, I can't be arsed with this, and it will show in the fight if the fight happens.
Continuing the discussion, Tony Bellew offers a more cautious take on the potential showdown between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. He believes the fight is unlikely to go the distance, suggesting both men carry enough power to end it early. Bellew highlights Joshua's knockout ability, saying he is capable of stopping anyone if he commits for even a few rounds. However, he also acknowledges Fury's awkward style and ability to outbox opponents if he finds rhythm. While not fully committing to a winner, Bellew leans toward a decisive ending rather than a points decision, making the matchup unpredictable overall.
Tony, you're on the Midnight app. What's your pick?
The only thing I can fully really commit to and put my hand on my heart and say I really genuinely think this is going to happen is it ain't going the distance. The reason I can't put my hand on my heart and go I think it's Josh is because I need to see Josh in a ring and see what he can do. The case I could make for him is if he gets in that ring and lets his hands go for just 6 rounds, even if he thinks I'm gonna just let them go, he's got the capabilities of knocking anybody out, and that's what I will be predicting. Joshua could knock him out.
I think AJ can beat him on points.
No, definitely not. I don't see Tyson Fury winning on points purely for the fact of if he's outboxing him and landing at will, he'll finish him.
Speaking of the broader stakes of the matchup, Max Kellerman explains that Tyson Fury would enter a potential clash with Anthony Joshua carrying most of the pressure and expectation. He believes Fury would be seen as the clear favorite, which naturally shifts attention onto what Joshua can gain rather than what he has to lose. Kellerman suggests that this dynamic could allow Joshua to fight with more freedom and less tension than usual. He also argues that a victory for Joshua would significantly reshape his legacy, pushing back against critics who focus more on his setbacks than his biggest achievements and career highlights.
So Fury comes into this fight really with everything to lose. He's expected to win. That should allow AJ to fight a looser fight than he would otherwise. Like in this scenario, not that it's as extreme, but AJ is the Jake Paul and Tyson Fury is the AJ in the sense that, man, it's bad for Tyson Fury at this point if he's upset by Anthony Joshua. And think about what it would mean for Anthony Joshua's legacy if he would win this fight. Like, it would finally prove the naysayers, and I'm looking at you, Shady, I know you're watching somewhere, it would finally prove the naysayers wrong about Anthony Joshua, because people love to focus on the lowlights of Joshua's career, not at the highlights of his career.
Stepping into the conversation, Teofimo Lopez shared his view on a possible Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury clash. He admitted he does not deal in odds, but still leaned toward Joshua as his pick for the fight. Lopez explained that working alongside Alexander Usyk appears to have given Joshua a strong tactical approach specifically aimed at handling Fury's style. He also pointed out a noticeable improvement in Joshua's movement and rhythm since his recent performances, suggesting he looks more fluid and confident. Lopez believes this added bounce and timing could create real problems for Fury if they eventually meet in the ring.
I don't do odds, but I would go for Joshua against Fury.
You would go for Joshua?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think overall, him working with Usyk, I think that they've got a good game plan. For
You might get
Fury.
drug tested after the show. Hopefully you're clean.
I am.
What do you think? What's your assessment of Joshua?
I noticed that there's a big change from the Jake Paul fight. I seen that where he's just bouncing a little bit more, catching his rhythm, and I think that's gonna give a little bit more problems for
He's justifying
Fury.
his answers by a Jake Paul win.
Another debate has been about the warm-up fights both fighters are having before entering the ring with each other. The reasoning behind these warm-up fight discussions leaves Ade Oladipo questioning the logic, as he wonders whether it is driven by money or simply the need to stay active before a potential Anthony Joshua showdown. He admits there is no clear opponent that makes sense for Fury at this stage and feels the added fight only increases risk. From his perspective, it creates unnecessary complications that push the biggest fight further away instead of bringing it closer.
Who does Mr. Tyson? Why is Tyson Fury fighting number one? But then who does he fight? The why is, I was gonna say money, because it's always money with boxing, right? It's not like there's a world title on the line. Is it to stay to stay sharp and in shape for AJ? Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who he does fight. I ain't got a clue is the answer to the question. I don't like the idea of this banana skin. I don't know why we're doing this. Why are we putting more hurdles in the way?
Ade Oladipo also believes both fighters are already in a position where they should be facing each other immediately. He points out that while Joshua may still benefit from a tune-up bout, Fury already looks fully ready after his recent return and does not need extra preparation rounds, making the delay even harder to understand.
Of an AJ Fury fight. Some of you might say, yeah, but AJ's doing. I don't want AJ to fight Prenga. I'd love, like right now, okay, both of these guys want to fight right now. Why not fight each other? I'm so confused by it all. AJ needs a comeback fight more than Fury does. Fury had his comeback fight against Arslanbek Makhmudov. He's good to go. Fury does 12 rounds and he's...
And just like that, the debate refuses to settle as every voice adds more pressure, more opinions, and more uncertainty around what happens next. The talk of warm-up fights, shifting plans, and rising tension only keeps the anticipation growing for the showdown everyone is waiting on. But the real question is simple: will all these detours bring us closer to the fight, or push it even further away? If you want more deep breakdowns, bold predictions, and every major update as this story develops, make sure you subscribe and stay locked in, because the next twist could change everything.